I just bought this 2021 Aprilia Rsv4 factory from an auto auction. Oh, there's no brakes. And I don't even know if it runs. No odometer. And as you guys can see, this thing is total. Now let's find out. Did I make the biggest financial mistake of my life? Or did we just come up? Established in 1945 in Noali, Italy, Aprilia began its journey as a bicycle manufacturer. However, founder Alberto Beggio found that propelling a bicycle with his feet was way too slow. In 1968, he introduced the Calibri 50cc scooter, revolutionizing transportation in Italy. This groundbreaking scooter paved the way for today's superbikes, like the Rsv4 factory. Let's revive this classic beauty and allow another chance to tear through the streets. The uncertainty of what lies ahead with this build fills me with an exhilarating anticipation as I prepare to delve deeper into the Aprilia and disassemble it part by part. Observing its current condition brings a hint of sadness, as this incredible machine longs to reclaim its former glory. But before we start assessing all the damage, let's give this thing a quick little wash. It's like a brat outside. I had to put them shades on. But guys, finally cleaned all that junk off from the auction. And now I want to put the battery on and see if this thing runs, because it did not say run and drive on the auction paper. So I want to make sure, did I actually get something that works, or did I just buy the biggest fluke ever? So we're about to find it right now. I have this brand new battery. This thing cost me $130, and we're about to slap it on and see if this thing will crank over. Purchasing this battery and installing it is honestly putting so much excitement into me, because knowing if this bike actually runs, we actually have a good bike. And if it don't, we got bigger problems on our hands. So,
I want to go in there and check out that one.
No, we can look at it, that's fine.
Okay.
Alright. You like this one?
Yeah.
This one's cooler? This one's American. This one right now. I thought that one broke, and now we're fixing it.
She's coming.
That one's cool too. We're gonna start that one pretty soon.
Oh, Daddy, come and look at the front. Daddy, come and look at the front.
You must be so far.
Oh yeah. My neighbors were just walking by, and their kid was like, "He's got 2 motorcycles." He's like freaking out. I was like, "Come on by, rub my bike, bro." He was freaking drooling over this thing. He's like, "Somebody crashed." I was like, yeah, they definitely crashed. Loved the S1K. He loved my Indian Scout. And yeah, it was just so cool. I love sharing these kind of experiences, especially with the younger kids. Like for them, it's just like such a big toy, you know what I mean? When I was a child and I saw these bikes, I was like, I need it. But yeah, guys, back on track. Let's see. Does this bike start? Please start. Just because we bought this thing off Copart, not knowing, because it said non-run and drive, and it didn't give me any mileage, didn't give me nothing. I bought this bike completely blinded. I paid a lot of money for it. But we got the battery on. When I put the battery terminals on, I did hear a little bit of flickering. So let's see if she will at least power on. Come on. Aprilia, be the racer. Okay, we got a bunch different stuff right now. We got check engine light, ABS light, alarm ATS disabled, bunch of different things. Okay, now start her up, hopefully. I'm actually kind of nervous. Well, here goes nothing. Fingers crossed. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, this thing runs, bro! This thing runs, bro! Let's go! Yes! Let's freaking go! And she purrs like a kitten, bro! Oh my gosh! the Aprilia has not become a good purchase. Maybe. Keywords, maybe. Oh, goodness. She is purring. Okay, now that we know that this bike runs, it starts, has a fresh battery inside, I say now we start taking it apart, getting a closer look at everything that's damaged, and start putting a little tally marks on what I need to buy and what I can salvage. Maybe put a little Elliott pizzazz on. But let's get this bike going. I'm so excited. Yes! The excitement was definitely in the air. Knowing that this bike will actually run and drive, that just made the biggest difference. Now, let's start taking this thing apart. Perfect. With two of those fairings completely off, we can see more of the frame. Now, we are damaged pretty severe back here. I kind of suspected it would just because of how bad the exhaust is chewed up and this rear tail is kind of bent in. So I'm assuming this guy just looped it whenever he was riding, but yeah, it is cracked off completely. So let's start taking apart all of these plastic underliners and see if this is salvageable and see what other damage we can find. Hopefully not much, but we'll have to take off the exhaust, plastic, and we'll get a better look. Any of you ever mess with a wiring harness on a motorcycle? You know my pain. I've been messing around with this thing for so freaking long, and honestly, I've already disconnected every single wire, disconnected every single clip that's in there, but it's just still not budging. It's very tight back here underneath the gas tank. So I'm thinking about taking off the gas tank right now. Either way, I would have to because it's all scuffed up. So let's take this off and see if we can access some more bolts or clips, whatever, and finally get this plastic piece off. Let's get it done. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but I was disconnecting the fuel line from the gas tank. I picked this yellow tab up and I took this plug out, and this thing shot a stream of gasoline and into my mouth. It's not something you want to eat just like that. Or do I? And now this thing should just slide up perfectly, and it does. Man, these plastic gas tanks are so sick. They're super light compared to the metal ones they used to be using. But yeah, this thing's clean. Put this thing back here. Oh. All right, yep, as I expected, my culprit is right there. Yep, bolt. And I gotta take off this guy, and yeah, she should just slide right off. Ah, yes, more wires. Why not? Keep throwing them in there. But this is the hard part, making sure you know where you're taking everything off, so when you put it back on, you don't just misplace them and you don't put them in the wrong clips, because that will be a nightmare, and hopefully, I will do it properly. Oh God. That's perfect. Now that we got all of that disconnected, we can now move on. I'm probably just gonna take off the whole entire frame instead of just working on the plastic piece. I feel like I will just be able to flip it over and find out. Plus I see rivets. I'm not sure if that's holding it. You know, maybe nothing's holding it. And there's a hex right there. Okay. There's some right here. No, not on that one. Oh, this one's completely loose. That's the one. That's the culprit. Luckily, this rear plastic piece is salvageable, so that's good. But, come on, hurry up. So this actually kind of sucks because I would rather be doing this inside my garage, but I have a broken car inside my garage. So that was out of the question. My Jaguar is having a supercharger coolant / leak, so I'm trying to fix that as well while I'm fixing this. It's crazy. But I tried putting it into neutral, but my parking, it's an electronic parking, and that's legit just freaking locked up. And you have to take apart the dash to unlock it, and I'm not doing that. So that's why we are working outside. Usually I'd be in my garage, and I wouldn't be in the sun. This sun sucks. But you gotta get it done. Oh, we're almost there. Hang tight. I know it's scary. I'm right here. Don't worry, don't freak out. I got you. I got you, boo-boo. Don't worry about that. I know it's scary. This big old plastic piece just falling on your face. Just wait for it. I'll hold it. There you go. See, I got you. Holding it up for you. I'm still here. Okay. Why is there water in my frame? Ah, we got it, boys. Boom, just like that. She's taken apart. Big old piece. So we gotta get rid of this guy. As you can see how mangled it is. It is just chewed up. Everything's all cracked right here. Yeah, this thing has to go. It's gonna look so different when the muffler's gone, the roof frame is gone, and all the front fairings are gone. It's not even gonna look like a motorcycle anymore. But let's work on these four, and remove this frame. This was by far the easiest part of the build and the most satisfying. Got the frame off. Didn't take that long. It just had 4 bolts onto the actual main frame. And yeah, it's pretty nice. And now I need to take off the exhaust because that thing's in my way. And gotta probably work on the front too. I wanna see all the damage in the front. Hopefully the forks aren't hit. If they need to be like shifted or something, that'd be great. Hopefully my tachometer is not broken too. Ooh, God, that would suck if it is. But so far, she's coming along. Guys, I got a cool little vision. Let's make this into a bobber. Imagine this, okay? Just hear me out. Just hear me out. We put a little seat, just like my Harley Davidson. Make a cool little plastic piece on this. Big old 8 bars. Yeah, 220 horsepower bobber. Let's freaking go. I'm joking, I won't do that to you guys. Now I wiggled it, and it's loose right here. So I'm thinking about just unscrewing this part and just taking off the whole entire pipe with the muffler. Set you up. Whoopa. Come on. Keep squiggling out. Ooh. Oh, we're so close. Oh wait, it's stuck here. Okay, 1 sec. Oh, there she is, all beautiful and broken. I kind of want to hear it start without the exhaust, but I can't because I disconnected everything. Damn it. Oh, that thing is so cool. This is actually turning out to be a really cool build. Now, let's just place you guys right here, and you guys will watch me take apart the front. After disassembling the rear, we moved on to the front, and I'm telling you guys, there's so many clips and bolts holding this front headlight unit together. It was just a pain, but eventually we got it, and we delocated every single one and took it all apart. That was awful. So freaking awful. There's so many clips, all these wires. It's just a rat's nest. And every single wire, every single plug had its own little clip into the plastic pieces. Oh my goodness, it was annoying. But yeah, gonna work on the intake on both sides, take them off. Yeah, we're almost there. This side has a little bit more work to be done just because it's the more complete side. So all of these fairings I will be saving because there is no damage on them. So I got to be very careful on these guys not to rip them, strip them, break them, scratch them, nothing like that, because I want to make sure these are good. But yeah, let's get to it.
One eternity later.
Nice. The Aprilia no longer looks like an Aprilia. It just looks like a hunk of metal. We took all the fairings off, found no extra damage. That's good. Still have to take off the air ducts and all the little fairings and stuff, bits like that. But I am hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day, and I'm getting the S1000 ready. About to go get some lunch, and of course go for a little rip. And I'll take you guys along with me. But the S1000 honestly is one of my favorite bikes still to this day. But yeah, let's give this place a shot. Let's go. Oh yeah guys, the Porterhouse of Draft here in Roseville. It's a go-to spot for any kind of good beers, any kind of food, and you'll genuinely love to try any of these things.
Here's a bunch of little tasters for you. We don't usually do
Thank
this,
you.
but I never get anyone famous.
Again, not really famous. We're just Trying to make it.
You don't know. You don't know.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll give you a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, cool. So we got a bunch of different tasters of different blondes, and of course we're gonna give those a shot. But first, I want to give food because honestly, I have not eaten anything. So I think for sure I want a good, hearty hamburger. I'm gonna get the all-American burger for sure. Angus chuck, cheddar, lettuce, tomato, Thousand Island dressing on a pretzel bun. Oh, baby, that's it. And look at this. This is so cool. So different types of blonde roasts. Heck yeah. Oh, and they'd say here, Trummer, Cali, Hola, Port of Sac. This is actually really cool, guys. So we have chosen the Cali Squeeze. So this kind of gives me like a seltzer vibe, but with more flavor. There's not too much of a high percentage of alcohol on it, but it is super good. If you guys are here, give these a shot. There we go. Cheers, boys. Aprilia it's good. There was 2 hidden damages that I did not see. The headlights were being damaged. I did not want us to be damaged because they're pretty pricey. And then the frame has a dent on it, the main frame. I will not be replacing the main frame because it was around $2,000, and the dent that's there, we're able to cover it, so I'm not going to be changing it. And it doesn't really make anything structurally weaker. It's just a little dent. But other than that, bike's perfectly fine. All we got to do is buy some cosmetic pieces, buy the rear tail frame, and Aprilia is going to be ready to go. It's going to be interesting. A little bit more work than the S1000, but hey, let's get it done. This place is sick. So it's pretty dead right now because it's in the midday of a Saturday. But other than that, it's a cute little place. And they got a bunch of beers on tap and stuff like that. So if you guys are ever in Roseville, check it out. Guarantee you'll love it. And there we are, beautiful fries. Let's give them a test with the homemade ranch. Oh my goodness. Look at this burger. You're telling me that doesn't look like a delicious burger? Let's give this a bite. I can't explain to you how freaking good that is. I'm gonna kill this and I'll get back to you guys on the ride back home. Big shout out to this place, honestly. Amazing burgers, amazing beers. Let's go for a little rip. Not sure where, but I'm eager to just like get some music in my ears, take the S1K, go for a little ride, and then go back, start working on a bike once more. But yeah guys, let's go. And we are back with the Aprilia, whatever's left of it, to be honest. Lunch was perfect, got some coffee as well afterwards, got a little ride in because it is Saturday, might as well. It's not all about work. Everything is taken off, the end tanks are off, and there's not much left to the bike, to be honest. The brake lever's missing and the control box is broken, so we'll get those sorted later on, but everything else is perfect on the bike. I'm truly happy with it. We'll get brand new tires at the very end of the project. Here's all of the parts that we have taken off. Now, I want to say 80% of these are all bad. That is in very good condition, so is the tank. Tank needs some tweaking, but everything else I want to say needs a new one. But she is, you couldn't even tell what kind of bike that is unless you're really good and you can figure out by the frame. But the Aprilia no longer looks like an Aprilia. It kind of gives me like a bobber vibe. But one day she's gonna look just as good as a BMW, if not better. But I'm stoked, you guys. I feel like this is a great purchase. Maybe not to some of you guys, because all you guys see is a big hunk of metal, but I see potential. So, yeah. But again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stick around for the next one. It will probably take a little bit of while, just because I have to order all new parts, and I don't want to piece, you know, parts at a time. I want to get like all the parts in one big box and just assemble the whole entire thing. If we have to do any fork tweaking, any stuff like that, then I'll post another video about it. But other than that, we're gonna wait, we're gonna order a bunch of different parts, and hopefully they'll come pretty soon because I'm eager to assemble this thing and get it up and running. All right guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay blessed.